What I really like is that you see on one hand side we are serving industry, but it's also on the same level serving society. And I think this could be also a starting point for the future, the way of doing creative thinking and thinking out of the box, I would say. Maybe we learn from art.
We took the last part of the purpose, namely shaping tomorrow's world, because this seems to us to be the core of what we do at AIT. That is, in other words, the why. In other institutions or organizations, their why is often the bottom line, is the profit. At AIT, the profit is a means to an end. It's really about the impact we have on the world and the impact on shaping this future world.
So as some of you saw, I have been putting the digital drawing into the wall with VR, with VR glasses. And honestly, I was just inspired by all the research we did and all the talks we had about the future. And I was just thinking this is actually the perfect safe environment to try something new, because you do something new every day. So why shouldn't I do it when I put something on your wall? So we were actually all not sure about this. We were like, is this gonna work? Is Chiara gonna get dizzy? Is she gonna fall from the construction site thing she has to climb? And in the end, we tested it and we thought, yeah, it's safe enough to try. So I don't think this has have been done before much. It was a great way to test the technology we are talking about. And this was actually just the last step of this artwork, right? Bringing it to the wall was happening after 2 months of talks, of research, of deconstructing your impact reports and pinpointing many different projects, talking about the future, having talks with, obviously, the scientific director. So it has been a lot of work before, and then in the end, just being able to put it on the wall with technology was just the perfect cherry on the cake. And many organizations do one thing, or they work in one industry, or they have one mission that is very specifically designed. So when we first met and we talked about drawing tomorrow's world, I was like, yes, let's do it.
I would really say that it's absolutely amazing what you finally put on the wall based on what I told you, so I'm really impressed. So thank you so much for that. So you really deserve a very big hand of applause for that. So thank you so much. And also, Klaus, I guess this is also something that's completely new for AIT, that now art becomes a part of science, and so this is very strongly intertwined with you, and I'm very happy about that you are part of AIT, so thank you very much for your work also in the last month. What I really like is that you see on one hand side we are serving industry, but it's also on the same level serving society. And you see here on the left hand side many projects from automation, advanced material, additive manufacturing, human-robot collaboration, and then in particular very strong at AIT also the integrated energy systems and the way towards a zero carbon production. I guess that nearly all the projects and important projects we have are somehow included there, and I'm really quite impressed. So you did an amazing job, and it was so much fun working with you, and I think this could be also a starting point for the future, the way of doing creative thinking and thinking out of the box, I would say. Maybe we learn from art how to do that, because this is also very important for science, what we are doing at the end. So thank you so much again for all that.
Thank you.
I'm very proud to see this at the entrance. This should also helping us to remind and to change and to help to change our culture in this direction. So I'm very happy to see this, and it's excellent and nice and funny, and yeah, it's brilliant. I like it.
One interesting aspect of this, and someone, Michael Lava, pointed this out today already, is that people start discussing in front of the drawing, that it becomes a kind of conversation piece. Even when people disagree and feel like, oh, but is that really true? That's an interesting moment of conversation. Rather than just running to the elevator, pushing the button and driving up, I have never seen so many people stop here and have a conversation, and maybe even strangers starting to talk. And I think that's also an essential function of a work like this, is that it gets people into conversation and into thinking together and sharing their vision.
Artloop by AIT.